Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, David, and I'm here with Lucas,
What's going on, guys?
and we're here back with another episode of Tech Time after like a little bit of a break while we had exams and that craziness, but that's all over now, so we're here to talk to you guys about some news. Yes. So, the first thing on the schedule is to talk about my app of the week because Lucas doesn't have one this week, but it's okay because honestly, guys, this app that I chose for the app of the week is so amazing that you guys won't even need another app.
Yeah,
um,
my phone's very basic,
it's
so
not basic. It's a Galaxy
well,
S5. What are you
I'm
talking
I'm a basic person, so I don't have a lot of fun apps like you.
about? um, so I don't know if you've heard about that app Face Swap Live, Lucas. Have you ever seen videos on it? They've been going on YouTube recently.
Yeah, I have.
And you know what? I actually wanted to try this with you today, like the app, but then I forgot. But like we have to
Oh,
do
that
it
would have been so
tomorrow.
good.
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna swap our faces. Anyways, basically what it is, it's this amazing app, literally endless enjoyment. And what it does is, so you're like with another person, right? And live, while you're like facing the camera, it'll take both of your faces and swap them out like in real time. And you can take pictures, you can record it as video, or you can just like use it for fun. You don't even have to record it or anything. It is the coolest thing in the world. Now, in addition to swapping your face with somebody who's like right next to you, the other feature the app has is you can take a picture and you can have it swap that onto your face. So the reason that that's cool is because why wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah.
You can take like your own face and you can put like Taylor Swift on over your face, or you can put your face like in her head, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like really awesome. Um, yeah, so that's just one of the like those are just some of the features. It comes with some faces, but what I really like about the app is you can use pictures from your photo library. Like if I have a face that I want to put over mine, I can do
hmm
that. Or I can right from the app you can search like Google Images and you can get images from there. It's just like really good. So
Oh wow.
yeah, it's a pretty cool app. I definitely recommend you guys check it out. I believe it's a dollar. Okay, so in the Canadian store, our app prices are all sorts of messed up right now. But I believe in the US it should be 99 cents. Here it should be like 139 or 1 something.
hmm
So not too much. Not more than a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it, and it's called Face Swap Live. I don't think it's available for I don't think it's available for Android. I think it's only available for iOS, but
I'm
it's
gonna
like
check
such a
that
good
right
app.
now. Actually.
I actually checked on the Google Play Store.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Is it by Vision Apps?
Um no.
Okay, yeah, it's not.
It's by LAN Labs. LAAN Labs. Anyways, that's really cool.
Yeah, we gotta try it tomorrow.
Yeah. So the next thing, Lucas, that you want to talk
Yeah.
about?
So on to my part now. So I touched it a little bit last week about on like the future of television a little bit and how we're getting into now like 4K, uh, 4K sports now and 4K TV shows, right? So now, like when you watch a sports game on TV, it's usually in 60 frames, right? But now that you can watch that you can stream live games on your phone, right? It's usually like only 24 frames a second at not like maybe 720p. Sometimes it's a little bit lower than that. So now with the new NHL update, you can stream with a subscription NHL games at 60 frames per second HD and 720p. I think yeah, it's 720p.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I know. So it looks like real life. It doesn't even look like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's the good thing about 60 frames a second is you feel like
hmm
you're really there. And this
Hmm.
is useful because sometimes I go out and like I'm with people and they're watching a game or whatever, and like I know that a lot of people watch games when they're out. And the other thing is the same app that you'd get for your phone is most likely the same app you'd get for like a tablet and stuff. So now people that are watching the game on their tablet have such a better experience. It's just really good.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I could watch NHL on my like the game on my cable box first of all, right? But I can't watch all the games. So, but I do have a NHL subscription, so I can watch it on my PS4, my phone, my iPad, my computer, my Apple TV. So it's great. Like I can watch it anywhere. Like I was at a restaurant for my Zio's birthday, and I was live streaming the All Star game. Right, so it's crazy now what you can do. I
Yeah,
love it.
it's good because like wherever you are now, you have a better experience. It's good for tablets. It's just better all around.
Yeah. So yeah,
What was that?
I honestly have no clue. All right, so, all right. So now the next part. I don't know if I told you guys last episode, but I got a PS4 for Christmas, and I honestly like couldn't wait to get this thing because all my friends had it, and I'm upgrading from a PS3, so I'm a PlayStation guy, and I know some of you guys are probably like, oh, you should have won Xbox, you should have won Xbox One, but like, when I was getting my PS3 or when I was deciding, all my friends had the PS3 at the time, so it only made sense for me to get the PS3 so that because then I couldn't play online with them. When they came over, they wouldn't know how to use the controls, right? So I mean, yeah, in my opinion, the Xbox One is a better system in some ways, and it is also cheaper, and it does also have Forza, which I do like. But all my friends had a PlayStation 4, and one downside to the Xbox is that the PlayStation has that the Xbox doesn't is NB is sorry no not NBA MLB, which is one of my favorite games that I had on the PS3. So yeah, so my PS4, it's a huge upgrade from the PS3, and
Well, obviously.
I know, yeah, graphics are insane on this thing. It came with Star Wars Battlefront. It looks so good, David. You have to come over and play it one day. It's awesome.
Yes, I will for sure.
So yeah, all my friends have it obviously, and one cool feature is sometimes they have a game that I don't have that I would like to play. So in one of the updates, PS4 came out with something called SharePlay. So
Get
what
it?
Share
Instead of AirPlay, it's SharePlay. That's kind of
yeah.
cool. That's
So
pretty
what
cool.
SharePlay does is you need to have a PlayStation Plus subscription, which I honestly hate, but I'll get into that later. You need to have a subscription. So basically, what it allows you to do is you to connect over Wi-Fi to your friend's PlayStation 4, and you can play with them as they're playing the game. So it's almost like you're there, like you're playing there with them. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So my friend had GTA. So me and him, and I didn't have it, so I was able to play GTA on my PS4 with him. So that was pretty cool.
That's really good. It's almost like you're in the same room with them.
Hmm.
So GTA, like Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, yeah, Grand Theft Auto.
I didn't know you played Grand Theft Auto.
I played one game.
How was it? What did you
Yeah,
think of it?
it was pretty cool.
Was it the
I
strip
liked it.
club part? I hope not.
No, 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 it wasn't that part.
Whatever floats your boat. Um, yeah, so that's really cool, and the reason this stuff is able to happen is obviously because of the way that, um, the way that the internet is so fast, and
Hmm.
we can basically like send full on games back and forth. Like it's just so crazy how far
Yeah,
we've come. Like and how much we can do with the internet. You can almost be in the same room with the person. Like
hmm It's awesome. I think it's one of the best features on the PlayStation 4. But here's the part that if you ask anyone else with a PS4, they'll probably say the exact same thing. It's the way they have how you set up accounts on the PS4. So here's how it works. If you have more than one account, okay, it starts to get a little tricky. So you have one account, which is the master account, and this person has to be over 18, right? And then all the other accounts are what's called sub accounts. And no matter how old you are, how young you are, it's going to be a sub account, it and this account basically limits you. So, for example, you can't purchase any games on it, and this is we're kind of stuck now because I have a PlayStation Plus subscription on my account, but my brother's has the master account. So if there's a good deal on the PlayStation Plus store that I want to get, I can't get it because I have to get it through the master account, and the master account doesn't have the subscription. So I won't get the deal, which is stupid. And here's another thing. So another feature of the PS4 is you're able to broadcast your gameplay. I believe it's over to YouTube. So it's like having Twitch almost, and you can broadcast. Your friends can jump in and see you play. I
That's a
can't do
nice
that.
feature, actually. That's a
Yeah.
really good feature. It makes it easy for people to broadcast that don't have all this like capture equipment and stuff. I like that.
Yeah, so it's got a built-in capture card, so you can record your gameplay and save and send it, do whatever you want with it. For this again, you need a subscription, PlayStation Plus subscription, which I have on my account. But because my account's a sub account, it won't let me do it. And my brother has the master account, but he doesn't have the PlayStation Plus subscription. So now we're screwed, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Well, is there any way you can like write to Sony or the PlayStation team and ask them if you can get the account switched? Like,
People have, and they can't. It's just the way it's set up. You can't. There's no way to get around it. I mean,
could you
maybe there
like
is.
transfer it from his to your account or no?
No, you can't. You can't transfer it, and you
Oh,
can't change it.
wow. That's not good.
It's so stupid. It was like that on the PS3, but the only limitation was that you couldn't buy games. But now it's just like it's stupid. Like, why even bother? Like, I wish you can like turn it on because it's like parental control, but it's like it's my system, and I'm over 18. So like, what the heck?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a problem. What do you mean you're
You know?
over 18? Like, is that what you put on the account, you mean? Like,
Yeah, that's what was on the account.
mhm.
So because my parents made it,
Yeah.
because I had to put in a credit card,
Well, it's
and
just,
I didn't want to do that.
yeah. It was just kind of unfortunate because, like, little things like this break the experience. There's so many other ways they could fix this. It doesn't have to be this way, but, this little thing can make such a big difference. It's just not fair, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's an
people have
issue.
complained.
And yeah, and
If
I'm
you
sure
go
you're not the first person
if you go on
to
the
have this
PS4
issue.
for, all right, there's this thing on the PS4 website, which is like it's like a complaint thing, like a forum almost. The number one most talked about is the stupid sub accounts. Everyone hates it. And then another thing too is, which I don't know why they did this, is you can't. There's no backwards compatibility. You can't play your PS3 games on the PS4, which is I don't know why they did that.
You have to buy them again, right?
No, you don't have to buy them again. It's just you can't
I mean,
you can't play
online.
them. No, you can't even buy them online.
Really?
But I believe you can buy PS2 games online on the
Uh,
PlayStation Network store and play those.
this is why Nintendo's better than all y'all. Our online
Yeah,
is free.
yeah.
No, but like I will say, the one thing that I don't get about the sub accounts thing is a lot of like sure there are young people that play PS4, but a majority of the people that are gonna play PlayStation are gonna be older.
Hmm.
So it shouldn't have to be like there's huge parental control with sub accounts. Like it's not fair. A lot of people that have PS4s are older. A lot of people that play PS4s are older because the target demographic is just for older audiences, which is why this
No,
seems like it doesn't make sense for this.
I mean
This would
like
make sense for Nintendo, but not Sony, not
it, it
PlayStation.
it looks like a good feature, but it should be able to be turned off, and it's not,
Yeah.
which is the stupid part. Right? You
Yeah.
can't. There's no way around it. You can't turn it off. You
So
can't
why can't
change
you
your
just use
accounts.
your brother's account, like, because it's all his stuff and you don't want his stuff?
Because well, number one, all my game stuff is all like my game saves and stuff like that
Oh yeah, because it
are
syncs
saved on my
everything.
account, and I have the subscription, and I have all my friends on there.
That's
So
so they shouldn't even let you do that then. They should just say, "Oh, you can only make a subscription on the
mm,
account that's the head."
yeah, but I can still share play. I can still play online just fine.
That's
But
good. So
again,
you
it's
get
like
the
if
basic things then.
but again, like if I want to play on, if I want to buy stuff with the PlayStation Plus exclusives, I can't.
Yeah.
So,
Which is again, it just ruins the experience. Like it's not a huge thing, but it just ruins. It just
mhm.
ruins it. Like because it's always going to be in the back of your head now. You always have to worry about, oh, and I have to go on his account. It's just annoying. It's like an annoyance.
Yeah,
So moving on to the third part is all the Apple news. Yay! Because
Apple's.
we're biased, so we have to talk about Apple.
So, David, you're talking about the iPhone 7
Yeah.
rumors?
So let me just pull up my information here. Um, I like to peruse Mac Rumors. It's a pretty good site. I think that they do a good job of pulling in a lot of different information from different sources, and I just like it a lot. I like the news. Like 9 to 5 Mac, I like as well, but I just think Mac Rumors is just something about it I like better about their content. Um,
Yeah, I love Mac rumors.
yeah, so they made some, like, they're bringing to light some new Apple rumors. So, the iPhone 7, obviously we knew this, is not supposed to launch until September. Don't get it confused with the iPhone 5 SE or E or C or whatever they're going to call it. That is going to be launching most likely in March. So, because it's not really a full refresh of the iPhone, it's more just like an update of the smaller version.
Hmm.
So, yeah, so basically, the mock-ups of the iPhone 7, they're saying it's probably not going to be too much thinner. The camera is going to be flush with the body. The antenna lines, instead of being on the back, they're going to kind of put them on, like, the around, kind of like almost around the edges. So
Oh yeah.
basically, all the things people didn't like about the iPhone 6 and 6S, they're going to fix, which is good. And I don't know if you remember this, but a year ago, Apple, or like, I think it was around a year ago, yeah, Apple acquired a company that specializes in dual lens cameras.
Really?
Yeah, it's like Linux or Linux or it's like Lin-X. So I don't really know how you pronounce that. Maybe Linux. I don't know, whatever it is. They acquired that company, and people were saying the iPhone 6S was going to have a dual camera lens, but it just seemed a little bit far-fetched. And it was, and it didn't have it, but they're saying that the iPhone 7 Plus is supposed to have it, but not the regular one. There's
Hmm.
also been rumors in the past that the iPhone 7 Plus would have more RAM than the smaller phone. And see, this is a problem for me, to be honest, because I feel like it's not fair for Apple to make the Plus so much better than the 6, or sorry, than the smaller phone, because that's not fair. Like, if I want those features but I want a smaller phone, what do I do? Like, if I want the 4.7-inch phone and I do want the dual lens camera, or I do want the more RAM, or I do want, for example, with the 6 and 6S, optical image stabilization, it's just not fair.
Well, I guess they feel like if you're getting the bigger screen, that you're probably going to be doing more work on it, so you might need that extra power,
Well,
right?
I
I
get
mean,
it, but it
if you're getting
doesn't.
the smaller phone, like the people are going to be getting the 4.7 inch is what, like the average teenager, right? They're not going to need all that power, right? So they're not going to put it in the phone, right? Because all they're going to be doing is what, taking pictures, going on Snapchat, playing a couple games. You don't really need. I mean, you don't really need a lot of power, right? I'm saying most, not all. I'm just like most people do that.
Yeah, well, I get it, but it's like, still, I don't
But
think
yeah,
it's
it still
fair.
is. It's nice to have that extra power. Right? I
It's
see
nice
what
to
you're
have
saying.
it, sure, but I'd like there to be an option. I think this is like the best thing. The thing about Apple that I've always liked is you don't have to worry about what phone to get. You just get the iPhone, and it's an all-around good phone. You don't have to worry about whether, it has this is better or that's better. Like, the iPhone is just the iPhone. It's just the iPhone. There's one iPhone every year, and it's an all-around good phone. There's no competition within the iPhone realm. Everybody just has an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on the other hand, the whole thing is changing, right? Because, like, the people that are going to have the Plus are going to have more features, maybe. They're going to have definitely better hardware in some ways. It's just not fair.
Yeah.
I don't think. I'm not saying it's not. What I mean by not fair is it's just not equal. And that's what Apple has always been about. That everybody has the same phone. You don't have to worry about it,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really too much of a fan of that. But whatever. I mean, who knows for sure? These are just rumors, so we don't really know. Yeah, so then the other thing, so they're testing the dual lens cameras, blah, blah, blah. Back on to the iPad Air 2 now. We're saying back on because the iPad Air 2 came out like quite a while ago. It needs time for a refresh for the iPad Air.
Like they do every year.
Yeah, I mean, and for those of you who are like, what? They just updated the iPads. They updated the iPad Mini and they introduced the iPad Pro, but they need to make just a regular 10-inch iPad. Where's the love gone? The OG iPad. That was the OG, the original iPad size. So, apparently there's rumors that the iPad Air 3 is also going to be coming out at the March event, where they're going to be announcing probably some new Macs, also the iPhone 5 SE or iPhone 6C, whatever they're calling it.
Or the budget iPhone.
Yeah, whatever they're going to call it. That's probably when they're going to also announce a new iPad Air. And apparently it's going to take some cues from the iPad Pro. It's going to have that new smart connector, you can use like keyboards and stuff like other peripherals, and it's like a good peripheral. It's not just, it doesn't have to connect through like Bluetooth or the Lightning port, so it's better on battery, and it's just all around like better. And also it's supposed to have the 4 speakers on it, just like the iPad Air. Just like the iPad Pro has. So that would be pretty good because the sound would be nice, and who doesn't want 4 speakers on an iPad?
Yeah, I know, that's the best part.
And then, so it's probably going to be similar dimensions as the iPad Air 2, like similar size and stuff. How much thinner can these things really get? Let's be honest. Any thinner and the thing would just probably snap if you held it the wrong way. And this is not in the schedule, but I just want to quickly talk about a recap of the iPhone 5 SE because we referenced it a couple times. Or the iPhone 5e, iPhone 5 SE, iPhone 6e, whatever they're calling it. Basically, it's going to be a 4-inch iPhone 6 or 6S. They're not sure. It's either going to be... Okay, so basically what they're saying is it's going to have the specs of an iPhone 6. It might have the processor from the 6S, the A9, but they're not sure. It might just stick with the A8. Either way, it's going to be odd because I might have mentioned this before, but I'm not really sure where they're going to place this thing. Is it going to be the same price as is it going to replace the 5S? But if it replaces the 5S, it's going to be like, no one's going to, like, I don't know, man. Here's the thing. If it has the processor of the 6S, so if it does have the A9 chip, but all the other specs are from the iPhone 6, where's this thing going to fit? Because, think about it. If it's a 4-inch phone, they're going to get rid of the 5S. But if it has an A9 chip in it, they're not going to price it for the same price as the 5S. Because they can't have a smaller phone with a better processor than the iPhone 6.
Well, they're probably gonna dial it down a little bit.
They can't have a cheaper phone. They can't have a phone that's cheaper than the 6 that has a better processor in it. That's what I mean. Even if it's smaller, still, the processor's better. That wouldn't make sense. Then, if they end up putting the processor of the iPhone 6 in it, then maybe I could see them making it the price of the 5S. But the only thing is, then, are people going to want to buy the 6? Because they're saying, hey, I just buy this phone that's a little bit smaller, but it has all the same features. So I guess it just depends on the size. I think that would make the most sense, probably, is tell people, okay, you can get the 6S, or you can get the 6, or you can get the whatever they're going to call this new phone. It's going to be the price of the 5S. It's going to have the processor of the 6, but it's just going to be smaller. That would actually be really good for the people that want to buy the lower end iPhone. That'd be really great. If they did that, that'd be good. If they put the A9 chip, not really sure where it would fit in. Something's got to go. But yeah, that's basically all my thoughts on that little rant, kind of. I might have mentioned it before, but I feel like it's really important to stress because it is an important thing, and, you know, yeah. So anyways, guys, that's basically it. Was there anything else that you have to say?
I don't know.
Alrighty then.
Not really.
I guess we're good.
Guess that's the end of it.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Sorry we were a little bit late today. Like, instead of 8, it was a little bit later, but whatever, deal with it. Yeah, so thanks so much for sticking with us and listening through this. Once again, you can find us on Spreaker. Just search up Tech Time. You can find us on iTunes. Search up Tech Time with Lucas and David. YouTube, Tech Time Podcast, or Tech Time with Lucas and David. SoundCloud, Tech Time with Lucas and David. iHeartRadio, Tech Time with Lucas and David. We're in a lot of places. Did I mention that already? I'm not sure. I might have repeated something.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. You can follow us on Twitter. So every time we're broadcasting live, it tweets out. Follow us on Twitter, Tech Time Podcast. Yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah.
Have a nice week.
See you guys.